GoToWhitney.com.
Hi, Michelle Tomko here with the City Pulse, and look who I'm with, the Miss Fabulous Lee Meriwether, Catwoman. That's right, on the City Pulse. How are you this afternoon?
I'm fine, very fine actually.
That's great. Well, you look great, and this is old hat for you. You've been here many years, right?
Many years. It's been since 1954, and I've tried to come back every year. I've missed a few because I've been in shows, but I've always watched from backstage. Got myself into a lot of trouble.
Yes, you've missed a couple cues trying to see who gets first runner-up.
Exactly.
Oh, no. How have you seen Miss America change, like, throughout the years?
Well, of course, television changed everything, and that's when I won, was when television started. I was the first Miss America crowned on television. And then it became, that's the way it should be done. And then they continued with that. And it's been wonderful. And it's improved. Every year it gets bigger and better. And of course, the technical part of the program of filming it has changed over the years. Because it used to be, a dolly camera was gigantic and they were trying to move it backstage and all of that. Now it's all high tech and wonderful.
What about, did you always want to be an actress, or did Miss America thrust you? Like, what came first?
I wanted to be an actress the first time I saw a movie, which was about 5 years old.
Oh, wow. What movie was that? Do you remember?
It was a Western. I remember that, but that was about it. I just remember being a Western, because a lot of people have asked me, and I couldn't remember the Western, but I do remember the horses, and there was a woman in it, and she, of course, she was the heroine.
Probably just one woman, yeah, back then in the Westerns, not a lot of women roles, right?
Right, exactly. And so I just, I started acting in school. In the 6th grade, I didn't get the role I wanted. I wanted to play Mrs. Lincoln in the 6th grade, and the teacher came to me and said, "Lee, I'm sorry, you can't play Mrs. Lincoln, but you'll play the maid." And I was so distraught. The pretty maid didn't even have any lines. Well, she maybe had a couple, I don't know, but it was just, and I was distraught. My mother said, "Don't worry, someday, And years later, I was doing a play down in Anaheim, and it was so bizarre. At that particular time, my husband and I were doing the play together, and he said, "Come on, between matinee and evening, let's have dinner. I want to talk to you. We've got to start working on your book." I said, "Oh, all right," because he had tried before, and I said, "Okay, well, during dinner." And he said, "Okay, now let's just start when you were first acting." And I said, "Well, it was kindergarten." No, it wasn't kindergarten. Well, it was 4th grade, and I had one line in a classroom play, "Speak for yourself, John." Guess when it was about? And they all laughed, and that was the beginning of my And then I didn't get the role of Mrs. Lincoln. And he said, "You didn't?" And he said, "No, I got to play," and a consolation prize was to play the pretty maid. And just as I said it, our stage manager came by, and she said, "Oh, I found you." She had to leave. She left. This woman saw the play, and she loved it, and she wanted me to give you this too. I said, "Oh, thank you very much." And so I said to Marsha, I said, "You're not going to believe this." And he said, "What?" And he said, and it was, "Dear Lee, I just saw your performance. You were wonderful. You won't remember me. My name is Mary Dean, and I played Mrs. Lincoln in the 6th grade production of Abraham Lincoln and others, and at West Portal." And I said, "Oh, for heaven's sakes, is she gone?" "Oh, she's gone." And she didn't leave a telephone number or anything.
Well, thank you very much for spending time with us. This is Michelle Tomko for the City Pulse.
Well, of course, most of the time we're involved with the Miss America activities that they have for us. But I do love walking on the boardwalk and seeing the city as I come into it. It's always very exciting, and the skyline invariably changes. It's coming to this restaurant, and it's this I've never seen, that view of that area, and now they're telling me that the boardwalk will eventually come all the way down here, and I'm really looking forward to that. That will be fun. Because Julie Newmar was the first Catwoman. She did the series. Then she got a movie, and it wasn't available for the movie that I did. And I had to read with 100 other women, beautiful, gorgeous women. And I said, well, this job I won't get. And I was lucky. I started my audition by doing this, and doing all the cat things, and that impressed them. So, well, I played an 80-year-old Irish mother lamenting the loss of her last son to the sea. That was your talent? Yes, with an Irish accent that really wasn't very good, but I was hunched over, and I had taken off all my makeup because I didn't want to have any lipstick on, so I had taken pancake and put it all over my face, so I was kind of very bland. And I went out and I did my acting, and then I got an applause. Oh, okay. I can fly on the trapeze.
You can fly on a trapeze?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's cool.
Yep.
I did. Trapeze.
I did. Oh yeah, no, not now. I'm now much older than when I was flying on the trapeze. Oh yes, yeah. No, I wouldn't attempt it now. Not without a harness. Hi, I'm Lee Meriwether, and I've been having a wonderful time talking with Whitney here at Fantasy Resorts. It's just been great. Thank you.